This is an audio recording featuring a clear, calm female voice narrating a detailed summary of a tragic school shooting that occurred at Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis on Wednesday morning, August 27, 2025. The incident happened during an all-school mass held in the church at the start of the school year. Wednesday morning, August 27, 2025. A gunman in his early 20s fired dozens of rounds from a rifle and reportedly also used a shotgun and pistol through the church windows into the congregation. The shots came through the church windows into the congregation during Mass. The attack struck worshipers and school children attending the service. Authorities report the shooter fired dozens of rounds and used multiple firearms. The shooter, described as a male in his early 20s, died on the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Officials say his motive remains under investigation, and he had no significant criminal history. 2 children, aged 8 and 10, were killed. 17 others were injured, including 14 children. At least 2 are in critical condition. Hospitals including Children's Minnesota and Hennepin Healthcare were treating many of the victims. Prompt responses came from local and federal agencies, including the ATF. Local, state, and federal authorities were actively involved in the response and investigation. Investigations are ongoing as officials piece together events from that morning. Police Chief Brian O'Hara described the act as absolutely incomprehensible and a deliberate attack on innocent children and worshipers. Mayor Jacob Frey called it horrific, saying children and families should feel safe going to school or church. Governor Tim Walz described the shooting as horrific and offered prayers for the victims. President Donald Trump acknowledged the incident and confirmed active monitoring by federal authorities. The incident came just hours after another school-related shooting in Minneapolis, highlighting a troubling surge in such violence. The city is reeling as families, students, and first responders process the events of the day. Hospitals like Children's Minnesota and Hennepin Healthcare were treating many of the victims impacted by the shooting. A touching story emerged. A child who stayed home with a broken arm was spared. A father called it the luckiest broken arm in the history of the world. That personal moment stood out amid the broader tragedy. The community has gathered in grief, lighting candles and holding vigils for the victims. The audio concludes by noting the community's deep grief and urgent calls for action on gun violence. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe.